You remember the story of Moses, the first Exodus, where he was instructed by God to tell the Hebrew people, leave. We are going to leave the place of Egypt, a place of slavery, a place of living under an evil dictator, of torture, of dying young, of living in abject poverty, malnourished, starvation, no hope for generations and generations. These are a people that cried out. They wanted to be free. They wanted their own land, their own nation, and they believed it with everything in them that that could happen. But then Moses comes to him with a plan and says, we're going to march out of this place. We're going to find Canaan, a place full and overflowing of milk and honey, or basically full of prosperity. It's about 10 days march from here. We're going to go and we're going to get there. And you know what they said? No. They said, we'd rather live here because it was familiar. It was comfortable and it was secure. And it's the same darn thing that you and I do. We have a place, a promised land. It's our birthright, a place of prosperity in every area of our life, spiritually, relationally, physically, financially. It's there for us. It's a promise for us to achieve. We have to go and take it. But to do that, you have to have an exodus. And the exodus is what stops us. It's that part that's scary because it's unknown. I've never done it before. What are the areas in your life that you're talking about getting to a promised land? Someplace financially or physically, emotionally, relationally that you want to get to, that you talk about it. It's a goal, dream, or aspiration, and you can't wait to get there. You have pictures on your bathroom mirror. You have pictures on your refrigerator. It's written down in your goals. You talk about it with your friends. And you talk about it, and you talk about it, and you talk about it, and you make excuses as to why you can't. Do you remember when Moses and the Hebrew children finally left? They were only supposed to be 10 days away, but it took them 40 years to get there because they camped out at a mountain, an obstacle, and they circled that darn thing for 40 years, making excuses why it was too hard, it was too big, it was too whatever. We do that same thing. We have found a place and we stop in our exodus and we make excuses and we long to go back like a dog does to its vomit to the place of slavery that we were before, the Egypts of our life. If you want to get to your promised land, you're going to have to go through an exodus, which means you're going to have to be uncomfortable. You're going to be insecure. You're going to get into a place of fear because it is the unknown and you're going to make a lot of mistakes. But your exodus will lead you to your promised land. You have to go through the exodus. There's no shortcuts here. You have to achieve an exodus. You can't do it while you're still making excuses, while you're still complaining, and while you're still giving guided tours to the mountain you've decided to encamp at and build your life around in the process of trying to get to your promised land. What is your promised land? And what is your exodus that you're going to achieve to get to that promised land? My name is Ed Carcarey, and I'd love to connect with you at edcarcarey.com. Find your passion, you'll find your life.